They told you I was going to fix the food system, smarter farms, optimized supply chains, less waste, cheaper groceries, a future where technology finally works for the little guy, and your weekly Trader Joe's run doesn't feel like financing a second mortgage. That was the pitch. That was the TED Talk. That was the LinkedIn post with 40,000 likes from some guy in a fleece vest. The reality? The average American household is now spending roughly $1,200 more per year on groceries than they were just 4 years ago. And the quietly unhinged part is that algorithms, not just inflation, not just supply shocks, are actively driving that number higher while the industry pops champagne. Welcome to the AI-optimized food system, where billion-dollar software makes decisions about your lunch and you get to pay for the privilege. And just so we start with something that will genuinely ruin your morning, Amazon Fresh is running a dynamic pricing engine right now that updates the price of eggs and bread multiple times a day based on your zip code, your purchase history, and what their system calls demand signals. Your neighbor 2 miles away is paying less for the exact same carton of eggs. Same brand, same dozen, different algorithm, different price. No cap. This is what they meant by personalization. Let's get into it. The first villain is something called dynamic retail pricing. II, tools like Revionics and Afresh, which are currently running inside Kroger, Albertsons, and Walmart. And the way it works is almost insultingly simple. The software scans competitor prices, local demand data, and your personal buying patterns in real time, then raises the price to whatever amount the market will absorb without you visibly flinching. Kroger's AI-driven pricing system contributed to a 15% gross margin increase, while unit sales volumes actually dropped, meaning you bought less stuff and still paid more money. That's not efficiency. That's extraction with a user interface. And your loyalty card, the one you scan every single time because you were told you're saving money, it's not giving you discounts. It's building a price tolerance profile of you specifically, which then gets fed back into the algorithm, so it knows exactly how hard it can squeeze before you switch to the store brand. You thought the rewards points were for you. Adorable. But if you think a loyalty card scam is the worst of it, meet the fake shortage machine. Demand forecasting AI, specifically Blue Yonder, which runs inside Albertsons and Tesco, predicts demand surges by analysing social media trends, weather patterns, and news sentiment. And then, here's the unhinged part. Deliberately underorders inventory to protect profit margins during those exact high-demand windows. During the 2022 egg shortage, the one everyone was posting about, the one that felt like a scene from The Hunger Games, US egg producers reported a 40% profit margin spike, the highest in industry history. While supply was technically available in the broader system, the empty shelf you panicked at wasn't a logistics failure. It was a managed scarcity event. The algorithm saw the demand signal, pulled back supply, watched prices climb, and the producers collected. You panic bought. They banked it. Supply chain issues, that's what they called it. With a straight face. And while that chaos was playing out at the retail level, something slower and more permanent was happening at the source. The actual farms. A G-Tech AI platforms like Granular, owned by Corteva, and Climate Fieldview, owned by Bayer, sell AI crop optimization tools to farmers on SaaS subscription models, which already sounds dystopian. But the real nightmare is that the same parent companies that own the software also own the seed brands and the pesticide brands the AI conveniently recommends. It's a closed loop of corporate dependency disguised as innovation. US farm debt hit a record $535 billion in 2024, and small farms using these precision agriculture tools report that software and licensing costs alone are consuming up to 12% of their operating budgets. 12%. On software. That recommends the products the software company also sells. The downstream effect for you is that consolidated farms mean fewer independent suppliers. Fewer suppliers mean less price. Competition and less price competition means the price floor in your grocery store quietly rises every single season, while nobody holds a press conference about it. They automated the farm and the farmer's debt spiral. Efficient. Then there's the robot that's supposed to be helping you shop. Instacart's AI assistant, Walmart's shopping helper, the little chatbot that pops up and says, "You might also need this," or people who bought that also bought. That is not a helpful tool. That is Instacart's Carrot Ads platform, a paid placement engine where brands pay to be recommended to you. Your cart is an ad slot. The AI isn't suggesting cilantro because it makes culinary sense. It's suggesting cilantro because someone paid for that placement, and the algorithm determined you were susceptible. Instacart generated $740 million in ad revenue in 2023 from a platform that most of its users genuinely believe is a neutral shopping tool. And per MIT Sloan Retail Behavior Research, every AI suggestion the average user followed added $14.27 to their cart per session. So every time you opened the app and thought you were making choices, you were actually walking through a monetized hallucination of choice. The robot has your best interests at heart. The robot is on commission. It gets worse when the food actually has to reach you. The delivery route optimization AI baked into DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Instacart, tools built on frameworks like Google's OR tools, isn't calculating your service fee based on what delivery actually costs. It's calculating what you specifically will pay based on your device type, your order history, and your neighborhood's income data. If you're ordering from a high-income zip code on an iPhone with a history of not cancelling orders, the algorithm has already profiled you as price inelastic, which is economists speak for they'll pay it. The markup documented in 2023 that DoorDash users in high-income zip codes are charged service fees averaging $3.50 more per order than identical orders placed from lower-income areas. You are being individually priced. Your phone and your address are being used against you at checkout. Personalized pricing, the luxury of being specifically overcharged. And the final block is where this whole system becomes genuinely Black Mirror level unhinged, because it turns out you're not just a customer in this ecosystem. You're the product and the training data simultaneously. Kroger runs a data subsidiary called 84.51 Degrees that packages your grocery purchase history and sells it to CPG brands, insurance companies, and health data firms. That data is then used to train the same pricing models that will charge you more next time. 84.51 Degrees is estimated to generate over $300 million annually from selling that data, while Kroger was simultaneously lobbying against grocery price caps in Washington. You are paying Kroger for food. Kroger is selling your data to companies. Those companies are using your data to train algorithms. Those algorithms are raising your prices. You are funding your own price hike. You're not shopping at Kroger, you're working for Kroger. Unpaid. So here's where we land. The AI food system isn't broken. It is working exactly as it was designed to work. Margins are up, transparency is non-existent, and your grocery bill is the performance metric their investor decks are most proud of. The farmers are in debt, the shelves are algorithmically managed, the chatbot is on commission, the delivery fee is personalized to your pain threshold, and your purchase history is being sold to people you'll never meet to build a system you'll never fully see. Before your next grocery run, turn off app personalization wherever you can, pay cash when it's an option, and actually sit with this question for a second. Who taught the algorithm what you're worth? Because it wasn't you. They built the most sophisticated food supply chain in human history. Somehow your eggs still cost $7. Funny how that works. Like this video if you want to survive the algorithm.